make you shout. Come along with me, we're tripping out. Now listen, girls, and listen, boys. These little things, they ain't no toys. They are for real, know what I mean. They make you holler, they make you shout. Come on, baby, we'll trip on out.
I'm not sure who wrote the lyrics to that song, but I'm kind of getting the impression that maybe Bill Evans was a bit of a partier back in the day, if you know what I mean. If you really pay attention to the words, can you guys even hear me okay? Oh, Melinda's here. That's all I needed to see. Hi, Melinda. Yeah, Sam's you're first, but you'll still always be last in my book. What's going on, Trust? No one, how you doing? What's going on, Section 15? I'm gonna say hello to Melinda again because you know, because this is my chocolate factory, and I am Willy fucking Wonka, and I'll do what I want. What's going on, Mr. Jakov? Oh man, I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. Hey, I don't have my shit together, which is why I was a couple of minutes late. I really don't do that on purpose, guys. I just try to challenge myself and say, okay, can I be ready by this certain time? Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. There we go. Got that phone plugged in for now. I'll give it a couple of minutes. I know I'm going to have to repeat this again and again, but I fucking hate it. I hate repeating myself. I just have to a lot. What's going on, Cubana? Hope you're in a better mood. What's up, Canadian royalty? Tommy Foes is a liar, and he won't stop lying. That is a fact. You are part of the reason why I'm live. I didn't really feel like going live today, but I saw about the same time I saw your comment, I was getting text messages and like, why did you call Tommy and rat out? I never fucking called Tommy, ever. I went and pulled our call logs on my community post. I've posted every communication, every private communication Tommy and I have had. It was some text messages last summer, and he had tried to call me a couple of times, but I didn't have him saved. I have an app. If you're not saved in my phone, then it just blocks the call, and I don't even know you're calling. But yeah, I opened that log, and I'm like, I don't remember ever calling Tommy for anything. And I looked, and nope, not even an ambient call on there. So he's a fucking liar, and I have not traded sides, and I'm not blackmailing Ed, and I'm not fucking. Believe me, there have been a few people from that side, if you think in those terms, that have come to me and they're like, oh, okay, we can be good now. Nope, fuck you. We can be good. We're either good because of who you and me are, not because of who I associate with, or we're not. And I call Tommy all the time. We sit on the phone together, we laugh, we cry, we do our nails when we're on the phone together, and you know. Hey, Klaus, I emailed you back, but I didn't see. That's been a while ago, but I did email you. Yeah, Tommy only cares about himself. That is true. I'm a great person. Now that's a bit of a stretch, but I appreciate it. Yeah, dude, I'd love to shake your hand one day though. Yeah, I know that Ta is a compulsive liar, but sometimes people still believe this bullshit. I don't get it. Yep, me and Nerdy Parent, we sometimes all day and all night. We laugh, we cry, we talk about all the exes we've had that have burned us. That part's actually true. 2 more weeks, Miranda, you'll be okay. It'll fly by, and uh, try to hang on to it as long as you can. We fall asleep on the phone together. Oh yeah, I have that effect on people. Billy, you're a great guy. No, let's not stretch it, y'all. I'm not saying that I'm a great guy because I'm not. I'm a fucking asshole. I'm just not that kind of asshole. What's going on, West? Yeah, we definitely got a lot of shady sea monkeys around here. I'm sorry the place is a mess, West. I gave everybody the weekend off. I sent them home early on Friday so they didn't have a chance to clean up their workstations. Jesus Christ. Melinda, West, if I have to stop this bus, you're really gonna not like it. But no, I didn't actually see Tommy say that. I wasn't watching YouTube at the time, but uh, when I don't know, 6 or 8 people all hit me up saying the same thing, it's probably true. And I get mad, you fuckers that believe it. Like, you know that Tommy's a liar, and apparently you don't know me all that well, which I understand. Um, but it kind of stings a little bit when people that know me believe that shit. I've not given Tommy or anybody else from over there any information on Ed or anything else for that matter. What's going on, Anthony? What is going on, Dr. Mortician? Yeah, I knew you were from Denmark, Klaus. I did email you back though. That's been a while. I don't check my email very often, so if you uh, messaged me and I didn't see it, that's possible too, because I don't check my email a whole lot. Please give him everything. You told no, Dominique, can I give the pictures too? Uh, like some of that stuff is hard to understand without visual aids. What's going on, Marshallist? So yeah, either Tommy was just trying to start more shit, or uh, he speaks on things that he wishes would happen but haven't. Sea Monkey called the cops. Oh, I missed it. Sea Monkey called the cops on you for returning Sea Monkey's property that they had since high school. And yeah, yeah. Luckily, the cops thought it was bullshit too. So, hey, what is going on, Danielle? Danielle, I'm still waiting on that project from you. I only need you're going to be Miss August. I've got I'm making a calendar with all of the ladies from the community that have sent me nudes, and I'm only 1 month short. And you did promise me. See, she suckered me in. She suckered me in to being her friend by promising me wet T-shirt pictures, and I gave her my real phone number. And what do I haven't gotten anything like that yet. I've gotten pictures, just not like those. How did I know your birthday is in August? Danielle, I know everything. That's my job. You know that, right? I have extensive files on everybody here. You found my relatives at the store today. This ought to be interesting. Yes, Dominique, you definitely are going to be October. But like there was no the pictures that you sent me are like there's no other month that they would fit with. Don't worry about your English, Klaus. There are other people in here who only speak English and they still can't get it right. So you're not being graded on it. Don't worry about it. Well, I did have a relative a long time ago. Not anybody that this all happened before I was born, but one of my relatives, their body disappeared. um, yeah, they went to have the funeral, and in those days they didn't really do embalming unless you really had money. So they buried you. They still bury pretty quick around here. Like it's not uncommon to have a funeral 3 days after you die. I know a lot of places stretch it out longer, but that's pretty average around here still. But back then, they did the funeral like the next day or the day after, um, and then his body disappeared. I think it's because we are werewolves, but I don't know. We've gotten a little bit of snow the last few days, a couple of inches, maybe a little bit more. But it's been colder than a witch's tit in the Yukon around here. Yeah, Doctor Mortician, I would bet you might have a theory about how that. Actually, we know how it happened. We know who did it. We just don't know what they did with the body. Because my grandma's brothers, uh, it was one of my grandma's brothers, but one of the other brothers had killed him with an axe. And then no, that wasn't the axe one. No, she had two brothers that killed two other brothers. One of them uh, killed the other one with an axe, but they said it was self defense, so he didn't get in any trouble. And then the other one, like everybody knows that uh, the one brother poisoned the other because they were fighting about a restaurant they owned together. I don't blah blah blah. But yeah, the one that got poisoned, his body disappeared. I have a hell of a time learning other languages. Like I just never been able to do it. I can say enough Spanish to get slapped. That's about it. Doctor Mortician has a head in a jar under the kitchen. Hey, JT, I've got a whole collection of those. Don't ask me where I got them. When I was a kid, the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago, and I haven't been there in a very long time, but they had uh, different stages of fetuses in jars, all in a line, and like they were the real thing too. It was creepy, all the way up to full term. All right, Miranda, take it easy. Oh shit! Somebody just told me that. No, I did not go live on purpose because Jeff is live. I turned off notifications for Jeff because I don't want to watch him anymore. So no, it was not on purpose. And we did a very scientific study. We studied four people in this community who have J-O, you know, like change the name to protect the guilty, but like Billy Joe, you know, that kind of Joe. And we have discovered that Joe is the new Karen because every one of them that we studied is actually a Karen. So I need you guys to help me change that in society because like I've known quite a few Karens in my lifetime, and they were all really nice. Is it safe to go to Mexico? It depends on where you go. If you stay in like the touristy areas, those are generally pretty safe because the cartels uh, generally leave them alone. But yeah, as long as you stay in places like that, you'll probably be okay. But um, yeah, they like to kidnap Americans down there, and or if you stumble across the wrong thing or happen to drive down the wrong road, you're not coming back. They do have some really good. I can't say it like they do. Cocaine, but they say it different. I can't pronounce it like they do. I've heard anyway. I wouldn't know. one of these days, I've resisted it in the past. Nobody's asked for it in a while, but one of these days I'll just do a stream about my bounty hunting stories. I probably told them all before, like one at a time, but we would have guys that run to Mexico, and our we have no authority in Mexico at all. But what we did have was a list, and we could call people on that list, and they would go and actually kidnap the motherfucker, and then drive them to the border, all hogtied and shit, and just kind of push them across, and then they'd be in our custody, and they couldn't do anything about it. Take a rental car. Um, I don't know. Again, like as long as you stay on the main route and stay in the tourist area, it's there's still a good. Just buy that extra insurance. If you're going to go to Mexico, you get the option to buy the extra insurance. If you're going to take the car into Mexico, I usually don't buy that shit. And like I've returned rental cars that had been rolled. That was fun. But yeah, I would go ahead and do that if you're going to go to Mexico. And I'll tell you what to do about a stolen car in Mexico. If your car gets stolen there, find a cop. The cops really aren't about law enforcement; they're about money. Um, but yeah, that cop probably knows where your car is, but he won't tell you unless you pass him $100, and then it'll suddenly reappear. Tijuana is, I can tell you, Tijuana is wild. Oh man, you run into some things on the side streets in Tijuana that would just blow your mind. Oh, absolutely. Make sure you carry plenty of water. Anytime you're traveling in a hot place, you definitely want to carry plenty of water. I always have survival stuff on me all the time anyway, but um, yeah, make sure you carry a shit ton of water and um, a tent or a tarp or something that if you break down, you don't have to sit in the hot car. You know, bring something that you can make a shelter out of because you don't want to have to sit in that fucking car with the glass out there in the desert. A little bit of food and a little bit of toilet paper wouldn't hurt either. And really, you don't want to drink the water there at all. Um, well, really, in any foreign country, because every country has, bacteria and stuff like that that aren't in our home countries, and we're not used to it, and it can make us very sick. Um, I haven't been to Mexico in a long time, but when I do go, I even if they're close to the border, you can ask. I know it sounds arrogant and stupid, but you can ask them if they have American ice. And if they do, um, ask for that because if they make the ice there on their own water, um, there can be bacteria in it that gets reinvigorated when the ice melts in your stomach, and it can make you sick. Montezuma's Revenge, absolutely. Damn it. Every time I go live, my Zippo refuses to work. I just filled the damn thing and changed the flint, too. What the hell? Oh, fuck me running. I got matches around here somewhere. There we go. Fucking matches don't even want to work. What the hell? There we go. All right. Sorry about that, guys. You can't even brush your teeth. Yeah. You don't want to. Yeah. Make sure you bring your own water. I have no idea what stuff goes for in Mexico now. I haven't been there in a long time. But if you want a good Coke buzz, like they'll walk right up to you and be like, "You like cocaine?" And they will. Most of them will actually let you try it, and then just be like, "Hey, I don't have any money on me, but I might come back later if it's good or what. Make it just don't let anybody know you got money on you." And then they'll give you a free sample, and then 20 minutes later, another one will hit you up. You could actually stay buzzed. I've heard. I've heard that you can stay buzzed for a whole afternoon that way. What about water in the U.S.? It depends on where you go. The U.S. has pretty strict laws about what kind of water can come out of pipes. That doesn't necessarily mean you're safe, but um, a lot of people we all have private wells out here in the country, but in the city, the stuff has to go through a treatment plant and be tested and all this kind of shit. So it's fairly safe. But the thing is, that gets people sick is it's like there's bacteria everywhere that you don't have at your country. So your body's not used to fighting it. And we fight it every day, so it don't bother us. But when you go someplace that you're not familiar with and there's bacteria and whatever else that you're exposed to, it makes you sick because your immune system's not programmed to handle it. So, yeah. And really, you're not 100% safe with bottled water either, but it is generally safer. Then there was a story where that girl disappeared in, I think it was the same hotel that Richard Ramirez stayed in, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, she disappeared in that hotel, and people all of a sudden were like, "Hey, our water tastes like shit. The water's bad. It's got red goop, brown goop in it." And then come to find out that she'd been missing for like a couple of months at least. And yeah, they said that she fell in it somehow, but I think that's bullshit. Um, so yeah, her body had been rotting in that hotel water tank for months, and people got a little taste of her. The Montgomery case. Which one is that? Which one is that? Hey, what's going on, NTF? To what do I
Well,
owe
I
this
just wanted to
pleasure?
talk about what you were talking about because I know all about that hotel. So
Oh, right on.
The case is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry, I just jumped up here because I heard you talking about it.
No, that's cool. You're more than welcome. Hey, Klaus, I could use a little action. It's been a while since I had to go and get somebody from the bad guy.
Yeah, Richard Ramirez did say that in that hotel.
I can't remember what's the name of that hotel again.
It's called the Hotel Cecil, but now it's called the Stay on Main. So there's like two different names for it,
Yeah.
and it's on Skid Row in California.
Yeah. There's been quite a few fucked up things that happened there. Oh, Danielle, is that where he killed that little girl and like kept her first they kept her in the attic of their house, and then like he called the mom and said, "Hey, the body's stinking or whatever. Bring the body here." So she took the body to where he worked, and he kept it in their freezer for a while, and then they moved it again. And yeah,
That's wild.
like how could you? You know what I mean?
It's just
Killing the kid is bad enough, but then you're like just moving the body around or whatever, and yeah,
that's some real like psycho shit. Like you got to be really messed up in your head to kill your own kid.
hmm yeah, definitely. And then to just kind of move the body around like it's just a piece of furniture. And yeah, it's weird. I mean, why not get the body as far away from you as possible, which he eventually did. I still don't think they found her. But like, was he keeping the body around for a reason? Was he just trying to thinking he wouldn't get caught with it, or I don't know what was going through the guy's head.
Right, because people start smelling bodies after a while. You know, even just one. That shit
Yeah.
gets real strong.
Yeah.
I don't even know. People be leaving. I don't know how Jeffrey Dahmer got away with it for so long because his whole apartment was filled with bodies when they caught his ass finally.
Right. I mean, he almost did get caught. That I think it was like 14 years old. This kid actually escaped from him, and he was naked, screaming for help in the street. And a couple of cops walked up there, and then Jeffrey walked up there and was like, "Oh, hey, we're just having a lovers' tiff, whatever." And they fucking made him go back.
He was even handcuffed. He had a handcuff on one of his wrists.
I know Jeffrey Dahmer got me into a bit of just a bit of a standoff with my art teacher, because one of my projects, they said, yeah, you have to pick one color and do different shades of that color and just do something. We don't care what it is. So I picked red, and I painted one side Jeffrey Dahmer and the other side was a demon. And that was kind of like, I did a lot of dragons and things like that or whatever.
Right.
And my art teacher, could have had a full ride scholarship for art if my parents hadn't fucked it up for me. So I was pretty tight with my art teacher, and he's like, "Hey, I think you've shown enough grief in your work. Try from going forward, just try to do something happier." And I'm like, "Well, I mean, a big part of art is motivation. What motivates you?" And like nasty shit motivated me. So I don't know, but yeah, I got into a little bit of trouble over that one.
That's crazy. Jeffrey Dahmer, he's a sicko.
Mm-hmm.
Was a sicko. He got away with that shit for a long time. Because even like the next door neighbor would call and say that he was like, she could smell something weird, coming out of his house. Like when she'd walk by it, the front door and stuff, and like nobody came and did anything.
Right. Well, I mean, his dad said when he would go to visit, like there was a box of body parts, and Like his dad knew something was up, but yeah, there was a lot of chances where he could have gotten caught, and people just didn't want to know really.
Because Jeffrey lived where there was mostly black people in that area, you know, like where he lived, the neighborhood. It was mostly black people. So like the police, Jeffrey's white, so like they just went and they're like, oh, you're, you know, just some guy that lives in the Riff neighborhood. You're not in any trouble, like, you know what I'm saying? And they just let him go.
Hmm.
Like, fucking, that's weird. And most of the people he kidnapped were of color, which is even scarier and crazier. Oh, JT Colfax said Pillar of Fire. That's yeah, JT Colfax. That's what I was talking about on my stream the other day. Sorry, I'm not trying to take over your thing. I was just talking about you're talking about my favorite hotel. So
No, you're fine. The only thing I wanted people to know was that Tommy lied about me again. I usually don't even respond to his bullshit anymore, but that was kind of a big deal, and it was a complete lie.
yeah, I seen that, and I was like, okay, well, this is gonna get ugly.
Can someone explain the? See, Anthony, I'm not even clear on what happened. Savvy and Juniper, I don't know all the details because I don't watch this shit very much, but
I mean,
I
that's
know
between
that
them two. You know what I mean?
Juniper.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, Bill.
No, you're fine. I mean, Savvy does lie a lot, and that's why I don't associate with her much anymore. And then she does try to gaslight, and like it's bullshit. I don't want to put up with it either. Calling Tommy again. A few weeks ago, you and a close friend called about me, and it's recorded, confirmed. Oh, I would love to hear that non-existent phone call. I looked back through my call log and I have never called Tommy at all. He tried to call me a couple of times, like within the same minute. I posted everything on my community page just a little while ago. It's all up there. But no, I've not called Tommy. I've not talked to Tommy since I've said my thing on Ed, and I'm sure as fuck not going to be telling Tommy anything. I have not. Oh, damn it! What I just do? I have not. I have not switched sides. Um, I'm not. It's funny because people from quote unquote over there have hit me up and are like, "Oh, we can be friends now if you don't want to hang out with the CP sus." Blah blah blah. No, motherfucker, I don't want to be your friend. I'll be friends with somebody based on who they are, not because they associate. And I do. There are people that are close to Tommy's inner circle that I've been talking to for a couple of years, and they are scared to death anybody finds out. I'm not. I'm never going to give them up, and I'm not giving anybody any secret information. I am not blackmailing Edward. Edward is not blackmailing me. What state am I from? Usually the state of panic. I'm from Indiana. Yeah, so I will never be cool with Tommy. I'm not like a spineless weasel like Cap that just flip flops uh, to do whatever is gonna make him more popular. I'm not like that. I don't care about what these flippers think about me. I just hate it when they lie, and they lay on me a lot. I usually don't even respond to it, but uh, I am very good at keeping people's secrets, even if I don't rock with them anymore. And that, when that gets challenged, I do take that personally.
it really just shows their immaturity when they do shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like they go reveal people's secrets or reveal stuff that people said or reveal messages. It's just immaturity, really. I mean, like unless like somebody said you like they lied on you or something, but like that's different. Like if I'm gonna tell somebody something, I would hope they wouldn't go tell somebody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm still hanging on to secrets of people that have stabbed me in the back. You know, how many times have you all seen me sit up here taking heat when all I would have had to do was throw out a name, and then I would have been Mr. Popularity. But that's not how I do things. Yeah, Klaus. Yeah, I'm in the Midwest, right under Lake Michigan. To get you a woman, Ryan. Is Ryan in here? I know I've been missing a lot of comments because I'm blabbing.
I think it's not Ryan for real. It's Virgin Ryan. That's what the alt school. I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I didn't see it. What even is the point of this channel? There is no point of this channel. That's the thing. I can be whatever I want. It seems my live streams are all apparently, it's not really what I want, but my live streams are apparently dedicated to all this drama bullshit. But I get way more views and shit from the other stuff that I do.
Tommy was on one tonight. He was just saying everything out of his fucking mind that was wrong. Everything he called people bitches and just called Edichomo and everything. It was wrong as hell.
He's always like that. I didn't see it actually happen. I just started getting messages. Most of them knew that it wasn't true. They're like, "Hey, Tommy's saying that you called him," which is complete bullshit, and that I was telling him things about Ed, which is also complete bullshit. And then the ones that say, "Why did you call Tommy?" or whatever, the ones that like believed it, that know me, that kind of hurts, and I don't think I want to talk to them anymore. Anybody that believed that I did that actually knows me, yeah, you can get fucked. I've been making my circles a lot smaller. I don't need any of you to think like that. I've cut off a lot of people here lately.
Yeah, Danielle, it was on Ed's. Sorry. I just wanted to answer a question. Tommy went on Ed's. That's crazy.
Can anyone play it for us? I don't have that ability, but if somebody, I don't know, my naughty assistant's around, or I haven't seen my naughty assistant tonight, but or if you can do it.
My computer is really shitty, and it's gonna sit there and just buffer a bunch of times, so I don't think it's gonna work.
Okay. All right, no problem. Don't worry about it.
Off, but
don't worry about it. It's cool.
I have good internet and stuff. It's just the computer is old.
That's all right. Yeah, I just don't have. All I have is a phone, so I don't have the ability to screen share or anything.
It just takes forever. It just like buffers and buffers and buffers, and then it's just like it's like in slow motion.
Huh. Sounds like sex over 40. Dominique's looking tasty tonight. Dominique always looks tasty. I mean, what's up, full exposure? Tommy lies about me a lot. I usually just either don't find out about it until way later, or I just don't respond to it. Like it's such a common thing. I could go live every day and talk about something that Tommy's lied about on me. I mean, I posted uh, every text message that we had was last summer. I I posted all of them on my community page. That's everything from my text messages with him. And then I showed the call log. There are no calls of me calling Tommy. There are two of him calling me that got blocked because I didn't have him uh, added to my contacts list yet. And that's it. Is it 80% girls? I'm not sure. I mean, they're here, probably here. No, it's not 80% girls here. In fact, when you like, if you go out to a bar or something, um, like it's 80% males, and the 20% of the women there are usually there with a guy. So it's our, I think our actual population is real close to 50-50. Um, but no, it's not. Don't believe what you see on rock music videos. That's all bullshit.
Did myself.
You think Tommy did a pretty good job of explaining a lot of stuff that has been. I didn't actually see it. I was just told that he was saying that I called him and told him some shit about Ed. So you really can't believe anything Tommy says. He's been caught lying so much, man. Like, how do you not see it?
I don't think so. Tommy got up there and played the victim.
Did he? I mean, he
A lot of
usually
it.
does. So
I guess he took about accountability a few times, but that was it. That was it. Like
here
about
on my
certain shit.
channel,
Go ahead. Sorry.
um, I was just answering Klaus back. Yeah, I just showed the statistics. Yeah, it is. My channel is 80% of my subscribers, according to YouTube, are female. It's not exactly. It's like 79 or 78%. I don't remember exactly, but uh, yeah, and I like it that way. All right,
Sorry, I'm all
Danielle and
nervous.
Dominique, I am proposing a threesome. I'll let you two work out the details. You just tell me when and where, and I'll show up. What are you why are you nervous?
I'm nervous on everyone's panel, even my own.
Yeah, well, that's normal, really. I just tell people to relax and act like we're talking on the phone. Boobies, damn right. So, yeah, get Trust No One in on that. Uh, yeah, get her in on it too. I'm trying to remember. I know who Full Exposure is, but I'm drawing a blank. Like I know who that is, I just can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen that account around. I can trust you. Yeah, that's what everybody says, close. I'm not saying that I don't trust you. I'm just saying that's what everybody says, whether they're selling you a used car um, or that guy that invites you into his house and then he has a long, dark hallway leading to a little back room that appears to be soundproof. Uh, Say, trust me, all I want to do is take a picture of your face. And then you go back there and bad things happen.
Sounds like a serial killer to me.
hmm I don't know about that though, because what are the chances of two serial killers winding up in the same house that don't know each other? You know what I mean?
Probably very slim. I would just I say maybe one in like every 1,000 or something, maybe. The serial killer, you think that the statistics are really low for people being serial killers. Actually, it's like 22% or something. It's low.
I've read different things. I've read studies that say that at any given time there are 50 active serial killers in the United States, and I've read other studies that say it's more like 200 active serial killers at any time in the United States. So it's hard to tell. But you have places like I don't live too far from Gary, Indiana, and I've had quite a few interactions there. Uh, but Gary used to produce a lot of steel, but all the steel places shut down. So there's like just miles and miles of abandoned factories, abandoned houses, and they're constantly finding bodies in there. And the cops always write it up as an overdose, which most of them probably are. But a friend of mine that's looking into it, she said that they're finding dismembered bodies all over the place in Gary, and they're writing them up as overdoses. So I mean, it'd be a really good place because nobody cares, and you got miles and miles of abandoned shit, and nobody ever sees anything.
I've heard some
The
strange things
council
about
doesn't
Indiana.
approve.
Okay, sorry.
What would you say?
I said I've heard some really interesting things about Gary, Indiana.
hmm Yeah, I went to that. I think we talked about this. I went to that demon house before they demolished it because I like before what's his name, Zach Baggins or whatever. I think most of these guys are full of shit anyway, but they did a documentary on that place, and it is interesting to watch. But it was actually the same friend that's looking into the dismembered bodies. She was telling me about it, like before it got put on TV and stuff.
Yeah.
And I helped her a little bit. All I did was confirm that cop was a real cop, and he is. We confirmed that the social worker is real. Um, I didn't really talk. They didn't want to talk about it, but uh, yeah, it's some freaky shit.
That's the one that like scratched up the walls and shit, or no?
Yeah, they were having the oil come out of the walls and stuff, and like cops, doctors, and social workers all put in their reports that they'd seen these kids like run up walls and walk up walls. Um, the social worker, I think it was one of them actually put in their report demonic possession. I mean, some wild, wild shit happened there. And it wasn't like, I mean, these are credible people that are saying that they saw these kids walking up walls and stuff.
I think Zach Baggins has a piece of the stairs or something in his museum in Las Vegas.
He bought the place and then he had it bulldozed because, um, according to what they put in the documentary, it affected one of their guys so bad that like he just went off the rails and hurt somebody in his family and all sort of shit. And Zach almost went blind because of it. There's just all this shit, but um, Yeah, Zach Baggins bought that place and then had it bulldozed. Now, I mean that's kind of another thing. Like he has that whole museum. He could charge a lot of money to walk people through that house, right? But he didn't. He bulldozed it. So that I'm not saying that I necessarily believe in this kind of stuff exactly, but I don't close my mind off to anything either. Like he lost money buying the place and bulldozing it when he could have charged money to have people walk through it. So that also kind of lends a little bit of credibility to it.
Yeah. I seen an interview where he was like that the demon house was like the worst experience that he's ever had in his life,
Hmm.
which is pretty wild. And what I was trying to say was in his museum in Las Vegas, he has like a piece of the stairs or something from that house. He took it out. He took it out of the house and he has it in his museum. I think. Yeah, that's what Dominique said too in the chat.
Yeah, he probably does. I've never actually been to that museum, but I've seen it like on, TV or whatever.
It's on my bucket list. He has some really weird shit in there, like Charles Manson's teeth and some more weird shit. It's a lot of weird shit.
What does pulling the strings mean? It actually was a guitar reference because I wanted to do more guitar stuff on here, but my circumstances kind of are preventing that. But it also kind of has a double meaning. People, and I did think about this when I was trying to think of the name. But people are saying, "Oh, Bill does all this stuff behind the scenes, and he's responsible for this and some of it I am responsible for, and I have done a lot of things to quote unquote pull people's strings, but it's not near as it's not near as I mean, it gets exaggerated a lot. So that was just kind of to me, a funny thing. So it kind of has a double meaning. $6,000 a month? Yeah. Oh yeah, Klaus, you can do pretty good. I mean, it depends on where you live. Like, you don't want to live in New York City because, I mean, just to get a cheap place to rent can rent you 6,000. But if you live in a reasonable place, you can do really well on $6,000 a month. It just depends on where you live.
GT Colfax. We're talking about Zach Bacon's museum, where we were. Now we're talking about something else, but that's the museum we were talking about. He asked. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to answer for him. I just wanted to reply to what he said. And this is my stream. I put the job off anyway because I need to go eat. Thank you for having me. Okay.
Hey, thanks for coming up. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I felt nervous. I'm leaving now.
Okay. Women always say that I make them nervous. I don't get it. And I'm not talking about NTF here, but there's been a few other females in the community. They will sext with me all day long, or not necessarily sext, but just cool conversation by fucking text all day long. I hate texting, but they're too nervous to talk to me on the phone. I don't understand it. If I make you that fucking nervous, I don't know. I don't understand. Yeah, we are all fucked up in the head. Everybody here. We just have different degrees of insanity. Florida, yeah, it depends on where you're again, it depends on where you're. Like, you probably, if you want a place on the beach or close to the beach, your cost of living is going to be really, really high. But Florida has a lot of small town type areas too. Yeah, my cost of living is almost zero every month. I don't need anything. I hardly eat. I can sleep in the woods. My medical insurance pays 100% on my prescriptions. So yeah, I can survive on very little. If I need cocaine, I just come on here and say, "Hey guys, I need some coke money," and I always get it. So yes, Jenny T, you definitely have not had an issue talking to me on the phone. That is a fact. Bill Stalker. Oh man, that uh, that's actually not really funny. But yes, you are insane. I mean, just the fact that you're interested in me says you're fucked in the head. Why don't I accept calls from the 900 number? Because I don't want to rack up another $8,000 bill. Thank you. No, no, Dominique. No, you're not. Uh, it just doesn't happen enough, is all. Maybe the stalker sent you to surprise me. You know what? The the way that person works, like it wouldn't surprise me. She is. You know what? I'm not going to get into it. Let's just say that like all this shit happened when I was in my early 20s, late teens, early 20s, and she was one of the women that fucked up my head forever. If that tells you anything. It's not that we don't want more immigrants, Klaus. It's we just don't. We we have a lot of people coming across the border. You'll probably do it right. You'll have a visa and everything, and people generally don't have a problem with that. It's the people that are sneaking up across the Mexico border is where we have the problem because they sneak in, they're not documented, and then they come in and immediately go onto welfare. Whereas we have citizens that can't get any help, and they are bringing like there are terrorists sneaking in that way, and there are a lot of criminals, undocumented criminals that come in here and hurt people. That's who we have the problem with. We don't have a problem with people that are doing it right. Have I been? Oh yes, I've been in love many times. First time troll. uh, funny trolls are all right. I like funny trolls. It's just you're it's good. You're cool. Unless you're actually her, then uh, that would be a problem. But it doesn't look like that. Immediate arrest. All right. See, that's one of the things I like about Alex, man. He goes after the worst of the worst. Goes all over the place to do it. and follows through. Yeah, it takes me a while to like really fall in love with somebody, and I think she's part of the reason why. I just don't fucking trust anybody. 11 million. It don't surprise me. They're bussing them in. They're not a her. I don't really think that you're her, Mr. Stalker. You don't. And like the way she types is kind of a giveaway. She has been in here before. I'm pretty sure. But I keep telling myself, "Oh, you're just being paranoid and blah blah blah." But I was talking to somebody who's been a mutual friend of ours like forever, and he told me some things, and yeah, it's not anything I want to be a part of anymore. So I've been to Europe. No, I've not. I was busy working all the time. I had a hard time. Like I would get a few weeks off for vacation every year, but just never got around to traveling to Europe. And then after the fucking Twin Towers, I'm not afraid of. I wouldn't give a fuck if I was on a plane that got hit by terrorists. But I don't. I try not to fly commercially anymore because I don't like the fucking TSA feeling up my junk. It would be different if you could like pick, like if they would line up and like if you could, choose to be felt up by a female instead of a 7 foot tall black guy. Uh, I'd be better with it, but I've only flown commercially one time since that, and yeah, I just don't want to be a part of it. Who do I think you are? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea who you are. But I know you're not her. You're probably Haystack Sniper or somebody on that level. Oh yeah, close. Girls definitely like me. Like they have the cutest. Like they have the cutest reactions to my flirting. Like, stop that! Get away from me, you freak! But I know they're just playing hard to get. They really want it. It was an honor to be mentioned with Haystack. Oh man, you are somebody on Haystack's level. I knew it. Which makes me think that uh, I don't know for sure, but that makes me lean a little bit more to you might actually being Haystack. The big update this week is Tom is a liar. Yeah, that was it. damned to check in more often. LB, your sarcasm is not lost on me. I usually don't respond. Tommy lies about me constantly, and I usually don't even respond to it. But when he's saying shit like, you know, making it sound like I'm giving up people's secrets and stuff, I do kind of take that kind of lie personally. I have not spoken to Tommy. I've never called Tommy. We texted. I put it all up on my community page. Every communication that we've had, every private communication that we've had. Wait, what did he like? I thought you were here when I explained it before, Danielle. I guess he said he told Ed on his channel that that I tried to call him twice, which is not true. I've never tried to call Tommy. And then he was saying shit like if he didn't answer the phone, then how would I have told him anything? Which I would not tell Tommy anything secret. Um, I am not switching sides. I will never be good with Tommy. I'm not telling him or any of his cronies jack shit. I've had people from the quote unquote other side hit me up after I said what I said about Ed. And they're like, "Oh well, we can be cool now. Now that you're not friends with a CP suspect." And no, we can't. We can be cool with each other because of who we are. Um, but no, I don't. I don't want to be your friend. Well, Danielle, I think he was trying to make it sound like. Uh, I think he was trying to make it sound like I had, switched sides, or trying to make it sound like uh, Ed and I were blackmailing each other, which is also not true. I mean, sure, we both know things about each other that we wouldn't want out there, but at least as far as I'm concerned, we're not holding it over each other's heads. I mean, yeah, he knows things about me that I would prefer not be out there, but if it does get out there, I'm not really going to care all that much. I say, yeah, well. Tommy going on a low views panel to talk shit on the viewership and talk away anything that's ever happened for the 100th time is petty, and why he will never make it big. Well, yeah, probably right. See, yeah, that's why the drama will never die. You have too many channels that depend on it. They have to keep the shit stirred. If there's no drama, they lack the creativity or the brain power to actually do anything cool. They don't want the drama to die. So it never will. Even if there's nothing new going on, they just fucking go on and on about old shit or completely invent shit. Yeah, it does. It keeps it keeps people coming back. That's the only thing that keeps people coming back. When you do stuff that doesn't involve the drama, you won't have like maybe between 30 and 50. But you get a good fight on here going, and none of us gets the amount of views that we used to. A lot of people are just gone. They just don't want to watch it anymore. They're sick of it. Used to be if you had a good argument going, you would have. All right, I watched part of Locksmiths night before last, I think it was, or was it last night? Big old fucking screaming match going on, and he still didn't break 200. A year ago, he would have had maybe over 3. But a lot of people just don't want to watch this shit anymore, and they're done with it, so they're gone. And they took their checkbooks with them. I know people like Nonsense Nanya say that that's not true, but it is. That 1 month, when all those people gave me shit tons of money just to prove a point, money that would have went to catchers instead, but they gave it to me just to prove a point. And so these guys have cost themselves money as well as credibility, because cops do watch this shit. He says the case reports Blue has our old catches, but he's lying. There are catches up to November 2023, with more coming from 2024 that have been closed. His cases are still being dropped. Yeah, I don't, like, I'm so fucking sick of hearing about Tommy. I've not, Blue has me blocked on that, on her stupid website anyway, but, uh, like, I've seen those interviews with the cops where they're saying, yeah, Tommy doesn't turn his stuff in, or they had altered evidence, which really is fucked up. Um, yeah, the cops are speaking out on this. The fucking a mainstream, not that I believe in the mainstream news, but apparently it's bad enough that a mainstream reporter who depends on his reporting abilities to get awards that he so desperately wants has made how many, sort of 3 or 4 stories on it now? I mean, that right there should tell you something. And it's not just Blue saying that Tommy doesn't turn in his catches, it's the cops. And he says shit like, oh, the cops don't like me. Yeah, you ever fucking wonder why? There's a reason they don't like you, dumbass. If people don't work in the U.S., people get money from the state. Yeah. Um, it's messed up because if you are actually fucked up and you have an actual disability, for some reason, like, they make you go through the ringer, and sometimes people get denied. But you have people that are getting state assistance just because they're lazy, and they don't seem to have a problem in getting it. So, yeah, we do have a welfare system over here, but it's fucked up. Klaus, do you want to come up here so we can have a real conversation? It's hard to do it from the chat. Call him right now and see if it goes through. I can't do that. I would have to back out of StreamYard to be able to call him. I wouldn't be able to right now. It's all Rob Blue's fault. Yep. Yeah, hop on up here, Klaus. I'd love to talk to you. It should be pinned. If not, I'll make you another link. Mm-hmm. Yes, and let's not forget the fake 501c3. Here, I'll make a link so it's easy for you to find. I'm going to throw something in the chat, Klaus, and just click on it and follow the directions. Give me a second. LB, a lot of people are having problems with their chat. I do too. Like sometimes it'll just freeze and then you have to exit all out. Sometimes I got to restart the whole fucking YouTube app to get the chat to work. And then sometimes like it just doesn't give me a place to type in. And I think sometimes that's why people think that they're blocked when they aren't. Yeah, 501c3 guys. That we totally do not buy cocaine with. Hey, what's going on, man?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Say that again. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, super. It's my first time on the panel, so but it's easy to get on.
Yeah, I love taking panel cherries, man. It's my honor.
Nice to meet you and speak with you. Because I have always been behind the text. I don't write a lot. Just if I have time, looking at the panels, your panel and it's most. I think it's a good man too. What do you think that too? Or?
I'm having a hard time. Do you have a headset?
Not to my iPad. I can maybe. Is it better now?
Yeah, that's a little better.
Okay.
You're just a little quiet. Yeah.
Okay. So nice to meet you.
So yeah, dude, the pleasure is all mine. Trust me. So are you considering moving to the United States?
Yeah. I'm retired now, so I'm looking for. I have think a lot about going to Asia because you get a lot for your money.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I would be there for a long time in Thailand or Philippines or something like that. So, but Florida, I think it's great, and US, it's nearly the same as Europe. Things work and it's not corrupt like many Asia countries. So it's more same like Denmark.
Well, I don't know what the how our money compares, but you can do pretty good with $6,000 a month if you live in the right place.
You
Like
think
I
so?
was saying, oh yeah, oh
Uh,
definitely. Like you wouldn't do very good like in New York City where your rent is going to cost you probably that much for a small place.
uh, uh,
But
it's
if you get
correct.
out, into a lower cost of living place, you can make $6,000 a month go pretty far. Are you single or like are you bringing people with you?
Yeah. Now, yeah, I have been married for 16 years, but we last year we what you call it divorced. So I'm single now. Yeah.
I see. Well, yeah, I mean, by yourself, even really with a small family, and if you live in the right area,
Oh,
you'll do pretty good on $6,000 a month.
perfect. And what do you think about? Can you win something for about $2,000 in Florida?
Not along the coast. I wouldn't. Well, I don't really know. I'm not from there. Where's Andrea Diaz? She can tell you more about that. Um,
No,
Along the coast, rent, is going to be pretty high, but if you
yeah,
get more inland, you'll be able to find places for less than that are decent.
same in Denmark. Houses at the beach are expensive. Yeah, I think.
Hmm.
So, but I don't care. It's I don't care about living at the beach and use a lot of money only for rent. I think you can make more fun for the money uh, uh, when not just use all your money for rent a house or something.
Right. Yeah, you want to be able to go out and do things, but yeah,
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Want to go out and meet people and have a hobby. Yeah, I like playing golf. So
we got lots of golf courses in Indiana. I can tell you that, and golf is pretty popular all over the country here. So you're probably
ah,
never too far from a golf course.
mm, nice.
I like to go to the driving range and just pound the shit out of golf balls, but
Ah,
uh, golf itself, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like I hit the ball as far away from myself as I can, and then I have to go chase it. That just doesn't make sense to me.
yeah, yeah, I see. Uh, mm,
Yeah, but I mean, really, golf is more of a yeah. A lot of people take it real seriously, but
uh,
at least
uh,
around here, it's more of a social thing.
it's also for me social and for fun. Not serious. Only for
Um,
fun. Have good times and have a good lunch after with a beer and yeah.
Tell you what's getting my son's played a lot. I forget the name of it. It's like frisbee golf. You have different holes that you got to hit, but you use a frisbee instead of a golf ball.
Ah,
Um, that's getting really popular around here.
ah. Yeah, and it is easy for all people to play. I think.
Yeah, I haven't actually played it, but I think I would do better with that than at golf.
Ah, and you live in Indiana,
Yeah,
and Indiana is a state in the middle of U.S.
yeah, we're in the Midwest. Like if you look at a
Oh,
map of the United States,
ah,
from the left to the right, we are about 3/4 of the way over, right under Lake Michigan.
okay. Is it possible to see the text when you are up here? Or? Do you think then?
Yeah. A lot of people have a hard. Are you on an iPhone or a?
iPad.
Uh, okay, that I don't know how to tell you to find it because I don't have Apple stuff, but
Mm.
it is doable.
I see. Yes, yes. I'm sorry for my bad English.
Oh, you're fine. The problem is that my hearing is terrible. I love accents. I got a thing for accents. I don't know why, but um, it's just my hearing is terrible, so I have a harder time understanding people with accents. But you're
Ah,
fine. Oogie has a good idea. A lot of people. This is a big thing now too. Is people customizing vans? You know, turning them into little living spaces and just travel across the country.
ah,
And
yeah.
if you got a guaranteed steady $6,000 a month, you would do very well, and you'd be able to see the country. You know.
It's yeah, but one of my dream is when a mobile home or what you call it, what do you call mobile home or what's
Mm-hmm.
the name? And go from
RV, an RV.
RV, and go from east to west, and you 1 or 2 months or something, and see a lot of states and yeah, and the national parks and yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be cool.
yeah, yeah.
No, I'm not hitting on. Is it Klaus or Klaus? I don't know if I've been saying your name right.
Klaus.
Klaus. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not hitting on Klaus. I'm just saying that, like, if a girl has like a southern accent, or oh man, girl can get anything she wants out of me with a southern accent.
Ah, ah. No, oh yeah. You and me, we like girls, I think.
Hmm.
But what?
Well, that's something else, man. With $6 grand a month, if you're doing the RV thing,
Mm.
you'll be able to just rent girls. You know, you want to make sure it's from the right kind of organization, but it's doable.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a idea. Yeah, yeah. I will think about that. Oh. What is the time in your state now?
We have is it 3 or 4 different time zones. Where I'm at, it's almost 11 p.m.
Ah,
But I'm on the Eastern time. We are the latest of the time zones in the U.S. So it's
okay. Same like New York.
yeah, I'm on the same time as New York.
Okay, okay. Denmark is 5 o'clock, 5 in the night, morning, or so it's late in Denmark now.
Danielle wants to know if you and I are the same person. I think
No,
we're busted.
yeah, yeah. The voice change.
Yeah, yeah. My voice changer has a European accent on it now.
Yeah. When you follow the panel, it's and you and a lot of crazy people in this community. I think
Mhm.
really crazy thing they say to other people. Yeah.
Well, I
Don't
tell
you
you what, man. Like
don't you
I've
think?
been accused of being other people so many fucking times, and there's so many people that are so adamant that I'm other people.
Mm.
Like, I've actually gone through my own phone because I'm like, well, what if I really am all of these other people and I just don't know it? What if I'm that fucking crazy? I actually looked. Yeah, turns out I'm not, but
Yeah. You you have a split personality, or yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
people tell you all the time, so maybe it's right.
yeah, I mean, at least if I ever get caught murdering somebody, I can plead insanity and I can just point back to all of this shit and be like, "Yep, it was me the whole time. I was all those people. I just didn't know it. See how crazy I am. Now you got to let me go."
Yeah, it's funny. But how can I don't understand why I'm not. The camera is not working, so I can show people you are not me.
Oh, don't worry about it. Let them think what they want.
Yeah.
Is your camera pointing the right direction? Because it looks like it's on. It just looks like you're sitting in a dark room.
Ah, you say something. Ah. Yeah, I have to what you call it, change it around to because I think it's on now.
Yeah, it looks like your camera is on. It's just completely black.
I don't have a light, so I also think that is a problem.
Oh, well, yeah, that's why we wouldn't be up. There you go. Oh, you got some backlighting now. That's actually pretty cool. I like it. Now you look like you're like in witness protection or something. I like it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You realize this is actually making it look more like it's me trying to pull a fast one.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's nice to because if I'm going to live in US, it's nice to have a lot of questions, and it's nice to know people from US, so I can ask questions.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is weird going into other countries and not knowing the customs. Like if you go to Australia and you show them the peace sign, that's like flipping them off. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah,
so you
exactly.
can get in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, exactly. What about cigarettes? Is it crazy price in US?
Yeah, that's something else. It depends on where you're at. Like I smoke. I've been on Winston's here lately, and they're about $7 a pack. But in some places are charging like close to $20 a pack in certain parts of the country. Smoking used to be fairly cheap. When I first started smoking, you could get name brand cigarettes for 79 cents a pack. But they just keep adding more and more tax onto it.
Yeah,
Because
same here. It's about for a name brand 19 euro, and euro is nearly same as the dollar. I think it's a little bit higher.
Yeah.
But it's about the same. Yeah. But we must stop one day, don't you think?
Say that again, please.
Don't you think we must stop one day, you and me, with the cigarettes?
Yeah, it's a stupid thing to do. I don't give a fuck. I quit for 5 years once, and I quit for 2 years once, and
Ah,
uh, it's stupid. But I don't care. I mean, they found a spot in my lung, and I don't care. Fuck it.
spot. Have they take a sample, or
I didn't go.
you didn't go?
No,
So you
I
don't.
I'd had an accident in a grain truck, and they
Ah,
did some chest X-rays because of that, and they found it, and then they said, "Hey, you need another X-ray." So I went back and got another chest X-ray,
mm,
and my doctor was like, "Hey, you got a spot on your lung. I'm going to schedule it." Blah blah blah. I said, "Don't bother. I don't care. I'm not doing anything about it." But he said that I guess he can tell by the shape or the density, or I don't know, but he said that he thinks it has more to do with the chemicals that I used to work in, and not so much with the cigarettes. And I have been around a lot of like agricultural chemicals and uh,
ah,
the paint and other things I was in when I was a steel worker. We were in fumes, welding fumes and paint fumes all day long. So
yeah.
it's not a surprise.
And and uh, and at that time, you didn't think about the it could be toxic or what?
Oh yeah, we knew it.
Oh,
I
you
was
knew.
for a while I was the hazardous material handler.
Ah,
I mean, we know
oh,
it. It's just some of it you get paid pretty good, so like you just assume a certain amount of risk. And
oh,
some of it, like we had respirators available, but
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
nobody got time for that shit when you're trying to keep a line moving. So, I just walk into places and try and hold my breath as long as I could. Um,
And
yeah.
I don't think it's nice to work with a mask, but you have worked with a mask. You have tried it with a mask.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Isn't it what you call it? Uh,
OSHA.
Not nice to have a mask on when you work. It's not easy to breathe.
Yeah.
Take air.
They're hot. They're hot, and my job is
Yeah,
pretty physical, so you're breathing hard already,
yeah.
and then just taking the time to go and get the damn thing when the production line depends on you or it can't move, and it's yeah.
Do you have insurance to hospital?
Yeah, I do. I
No.
When I left that job, we negotiated a thing where I could have taken more money when I left that job,
Mm.
uh, but not taken the health insurance. But
Oh,
I had my kids on my health insurance too, so I took less money and kept the health insurance that they have to keep up on me forever.
oh,
So I don't like I have to take. I'm supposed to take a bunch of medications every month. I don't take half of them, but they pay 100%. You know,
100%.
uh, yeah, they pay 100% of my doctor's visits. Like if I need, when I had surgery, I paid like $10 or some shit.
Mm. Mm. Here in Denmark is free for all. You don't have to pay anything. You pay with your taxes. So
So,
people who work, but also people who don't work. Everybody have free hospital. uh,
no, there's a lot of people that do, and we do pay for it out of our taxes.
uh,
Um,
I think
but
in Denmark we are more not more to the left than US with and crazy taxes, 50% in taxes, but we have free hospital and free education and university and everything is paid for.
Oh yeah, yeah. We definitely don't have free college. I mean, you can earn scholarships and stuff and get grants from the government and things like that, but it's definitely not free. And nobody is guaranteed free health insurance.
Okay.
A lot of people do get it, but if you walk around without health insurance and you land in the hospital, I've seen people get bills for $200,000, you know, for a few nights in the hospital.
You have to pay for 200,000 the rest of your life.
Well, I mean, there's such a thing as like medical bankruptcy where you can get out of it. You can apply.
They don't come home to you and take your car and TV and things like that.
No, not generally, no, but that can happen. I mean, there are so many different ways of doing things. I don't know everything, but
you mean from state to state?
From state. Okay, each state has their own state-funded health insurance thing. So each state does it a little bit different. You know, the way Indiana does it is probably different than the way New York does it. You know, so and it's impossible to keep up on all of it.
Yeah. But I think here in Denmark, when you get born, you have the same chance to get a good job because you don't have to pay for education and so on. And in US, if you are born with a poor family, or maybe you cannot go to college or university.
Right. I mean, we have to pay for all stages of school: elementary school, middle school, high school. We have to pay some for all of it. Now, if your family is really destitute, you can apply to the government for them to pay for it. But generally, like if you make a certain amount of money, and I don't know what that amount is, but if you make above a certain amount of money, you got to pay for it all out of your pocket. I mean, even if you're broke, even if you live paycheck to paycheck, it's kind of unfair because you have families where the mom and dad both work, and they're paying for everything: their health insurance, the schooling, they're paying for everything out of their pocket. And then sometimes you have these lazy fucks that just don't want to work, and they apply to the government for everything because they know how to work the system. And
yeah. And like Tommy, he gets what we call it, food stamps, a
lot of people get food stamps.
But he have earned a lot of money with YouTube. Don't you think I don't think he need food stamps. Give the food stamps to people who need it, not for people who can pay. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people that get food stamps and, you know, whatever kind of aid they get, I mean, a lot of them really need it. But the problem is there are people that really need it and for whatever reason can't get it. And then you have people that just take advantage because they don't want to work. And they get it, and we have a pretty big homeless problem. You know, in the United States, it's that so-called American dream is not really a thing anymore. I mean, it is, but it's less obtainable now than it used to be. And but a part of that is our fucking. And I'm an addict, but I'm a functioning addict. But there's a lot of illicit drugs on the street that hurts the situation too.
What your drug you take, or what your addict is? What drug?
Painkillers.
Painkillers.
I mean, I abuse alcohol, but I've never been addicted to it. I abuse cocaine, but I've never let myself get addicted to that either. But and my painkiller consumption used to be way higher than it is now.
Okay. Is it Oxy?
That's what got me. I started out. I got hurt. I started. I was not a drug guy. I used to be very against drugs, and then I got hurt, and I got hurt on the job, but started me out on Vicodin, and I took way less than what they were actually giving me, at least at first. But I had to take them, or I fucking couldn't move to work, and I had to work. And I was good on those for a couple of years. I didn't get addicted to them, and then I went to a different doctor, and he said, "Oh, you're getting too much Tylenol. It's going to blow out your liver, so we're going to put you on oxys." And it was weird because like right then I knew and I questioned him about it. He's like, "Oh no, these aren't addictive like the Percocets, even though they're the same shit," which turned out to be total bullshit. You know. So yeah, I did lose control on the oxys and quit them. I was totally clean for a couple of years, and some shit happened. And
do you get them from doctors, or do you have to buy it on the street?
No, now I get it from the doctors, but
okay.
When I was on the oxys, I was getting them from the doctor and buying shit tons off the street. But I don't. I mean, occasionally I get stuff off the street now, but not really very much anymore. Now I just stick with the morphine that the doctor gives me, and I seem to be able to control that. And I'm not suggesting anybody should try it, but I could not control the oxys, but I seem to be able to a degree control the morphine. Like I don't let it completely control my life anymore.
Is it the same morphine and oxy? Is it the same drug inside it, or same?
No, they're both opioids. Like they both originate from the poppy plant, but
is what is stronger? What is the strongest, morphine or oxy?
Say that again.
What is strongest, morphine or oxy?
Oxy.
Oxy, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's kind of a misleading thing, but like to me, I feel like oxy was engineered, whether accidentally or on purpose. Like it was engineered to be, and the addiction experts will say there's no such thing as something being more addictive than something else. It's either addictive or it's not. I think that's bullshit because, like I said, I could control the hydrocodone, I can control the morphine, but I could not control the oxy. You know.
I think you're right. I think same too. Yeah. It's, but in TV I see for is the oxy have been a problem in US for many years. It's an old thing, isn't it?
Say that again.
Isn't oxy an old problem in US? It has been there for 10 years or 20 years or something like that.
Oh yeah, more like oxycodone itself. I don't know exactly. It's been around for a long time, and oxys have been around since, or OxyContin has been around. I don't know, since the late '90s or so. I don't know exactly, but it was like they knew how to engineer stuff to where, like, once a doctor has a pain patient, that patient he will not lose that patient if he puts them on drugs, and the doctor makes money, the drug companies make money, and like they know all of this. So
yeah, because when the doctor write the paper, he get money every time just to make the paper, you with the you can go and get the tablets. So
Yeah, and
just
there's
like
a
you say, he make money every time you buy the oxy. And
yeah,
big.
they do. They get commissions when they sell their medications. There's a documentary, I believe it's called the Oxy Express or the Oxycontin Express. There's a few good documentaries out there, but in the early 2000s in South Florida, they had entire strip malls that were nothing but pain clinics, and people would be literally lined up around the block, and they would just every 5 minutes, new patient would come in, doctor write them a script for oxys. They'd go next door, have it filled, and like there were entire carloads of people showing up from all over the country. And these were real doctors and real pharmacies and stuff. And then they were taking it back to Appalachia, where it's hard to get drugs of any kind, and that's where it got the name hillbilly heroin, and it just wiped out entire communities.
And sell them up for big money, and yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about the money.
Yep. And now, I mean, OxyContin, they tightened up on it, so it's harder to get real OxyContin. But they just left their patients hanging cold turkey. So a lot of people went to heroin, which is
because they have they get sick.
Yeah.
Of course, they go to heroin, and it's more crazy.
Yeah, when you're in withdrawals, man, and like I personally know people that that I worked with at the same factory I got hurt at. Like I hadn't seen a lot of them for a long time, and then I hear, oh yeah, they died last year of a heroin overdose, and it's people that like you would never imagine would ever put a needle in their arm. But they got hurt, they got put on the painkillers, and then all of a sudden they tightened down the laws, and the people just got cut off cold turkey. And when you feel like that, you'll do. I never wound up on heroin, which is a goddamn miracle. I don't know how, but I just decided I was never going to use a needle, and I didn't.
Me too.
But it very easily could have, man, because when you feel like that, you'll take about anything.
And now they put what is called fentanyl.
Fentanyl, yeah.
Inside heroin, so you don't know what you get.
Yep. Yeah, fentanyl is the big thing now, and they put it in everything. Like even when they even put it in cocaine, which a lot of people like to speedball.
Okay.
But like they don't tell you that there's fentanyl in your coke, which is kind of a bad deal, So everything, or they make fake pills that look just like the real ones, and they say, "Oh yeah, these are oxys," but they're actually fentanyl. And
you have to know your dealer, trust him a little bit, because but he you don't know where he get it from.
That's when I want good coke, I know who to go to, but I can go other places that are cheaper, and I know it's cut with something. You can tell if you're buying cocaine and it looks like it does in the movies, you're getting crap, because the real good shit doesn't look like it does in the movies.
Exactly.
So I know it's cut with something, but I don't know. Could be. I don't know.
Here in Denmark, we have some places where you can go with your drug tablets or heroin or what you have, and they test it and tell you what it is, how much heroin and what is cut with, and they can tell you it's about is there fentanyl in your heroin. So I think it's a good thing. Also for young people who here in Denmark, they take a lot of ecstasy, and they can go and test the tablets, so they know it's not gonna kill them.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's the same way here.
Do you also have places you can test the drug?
In certain they are illegal. The cops just kind of look the other way. But we do have certain cities in the U.S. I don't know what all of them are, but they do have like clean needle stations where you can bring your drugs and have them tested, and they have somebody there that um, they will supply you with clean needles. You have to bring everything else, and they will test your stuff for you. But most people are so desperate for a fix, though. By the time you get around, very few actually have their shit tested. The people that have their shit tested are the ones that buy an 8-ball because they have friends coming over for the weekend, and you want to be cool and everybody do coke. Those are the only ones that really get their shit tested. The actual hardcore addicts don't care. Like I bought coke before that. I mean, I didn't know for a fact it had a fentanyl in it. I just assumed that it probably does. I didn't care. I'm going to buy it anyway.
Yeah. I feel, yeah.
I mean, I guess some places are starting to hand out test kits, but like a lot of places have, well, like the hotel that I go to when I just really want to get extremely fucked up, and in case something goes wrong, one of them can find my body is really what it's about, instead of somebody like my family finding me or whatever. But like you can go to the front desk and get what's it called? You spray up people's nose that stops an opioid overdose. I'm drawing a blank. But you can go and get that pretty easily, but it's hard to find the test strips for it.
Okay. Yeah.
Narcan, thank you, Danielle.
Narcan, yeah. Put it up the nose.
Yeah.
It saves many lives.
Yep, it sure does. The shit sucks to have it used on you, though.
Do you have 2 kids?
Yeah, I have 2 biological and 1 stepson.
Okay. How old are your the kids?
They're all adults. They're all young adults.
Okay. Over 18?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I have one son who is 15.
Yeah, my kids are all doing very well. I don't know how. Like they do take after me a lot, minus the drugs. But they're all doing pretty good.
They must have a good mom.
Yeah, it's all from their mother, 100%.
Yeah.
Mothers, I should say.
It must be. It's good.
Well, I don't know. My daughter's a nice person, but her mom's kind of a bitch. So I don't know.
We all want the best for for our kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Very,
Huh?
very. I'm very old.
Where are you old? Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't have to tell me exactly.
It's not a secret. I'm 50 and a half.
50 and a half. Oh.
Mhm.
I'm 46. So
Right on. See, yeah, we're at the age where, like, well, at least I don't know. I can't speak for how you think, but like, I know that I'm fucking stuff up. I just don't care. And like so many things that are a big deal to younger people, it's like been there,
yeah,
done that. Don't
yeah,
really care.
yeah,
Like, oh my God, how can yep. So I just don't care.
yeah,
You'll learn.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know
I'm
same.
not quite to the point of not giving a shit enough to wear my pajamas to Walmart. I'm not quite to that level of not giving a fuck, but I'm really goddamn close.
Uh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking about buying a
How?
yard because I wanna be that old man that just waits for kids to, you know, walk in front of their house on the sidewalk. I want to be that old man that's like, get out of my yard.
Yeah. 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 We all know the men, the people who do that. Yeah. Yeah. If I think back to my childhood, there was also people like that.
Hmm. I mean, I kind of get that because there's a lot of property around here. Most of it is owned by my family, or my family donated it to conservation things or whatever. Uh,
Okay.
and then there's a lot of older people around here where like the husband's dead, but the wife still owns, a few
Mm.
thousand acres, whatever. And so if they think somebody's trespassing or they see something wrong or somebody farts or something, they'll call me and I'll go out. And most of the time it's hunters that are not supposed to be there. And
Mm.
sometimes it's meth heads looking for a place to cook meth, or they think that, oh man.
uh, uh,
I ran off some meth heads not just a couple months ago.
yeah.
At first, I thought that they were hunters, and the closer I got, they didn't know I was there. And the
Mm.
thing about sneaking up on hunters is they've got guns, and if some people are so jumpy, they'll just
Mm.
shoot at
Yeah.
wherever they think the noise was at. So you got to be real fucking quiet.
Yeah.
But the closer I got, I'm like, oh, these fuckers are fucking tweaking.
Mm.
So I walked up to them. Hey, what are you guys doing here? And they were both rambling, like, so I couldn't even really understand what something was after them.
Mm.
And like I knew that just telling them to leave was not going to get them off the property.
Uh,
And all I had with me was a semi-automatic 22 and a Glock 9mm. And I'm like, how can I get these fuckers to leave? Because they're just gonna want to fight. That's all it is, and I don't fucking need that. So I'm like, oh shit. Do you guys see that? Do you see that? There's nothing there. And they're like, oh shit, it's here too. So I just started opening fire over in the opposite direction. I'm like, I'll hold them off. You guys run, get out of here. So I
mm.
just started dumping lead, and they fucking got in their truck and took off. But I got them out of
What?
there.
What? Yeah. Yeah. Because it's a private ground. It's your family is ground. What do you call it? The play. The ground is private.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. It's all private, but like they started some sanctuaries or game preserves where anybody can go there as long as they stay on the trail. Uh,
Ah. Okay. Uh, Do
And
you hunt?
there's some.
Do you hunt?
I
Uh,
used to. I used to. I don't hunt very much anymore, but I used to hunt there a lot. Yeah.
what animal do you have?
Say that again.
What animals do you have where you live?
Oh, to hunt.
Yeah, to hunt. Yes.
Oh well, my big thing was white-tailed deer, and of course rabbits and
Uh,
squirrels. Danielle, I've eaten a lot of squirrels. Um, I used to trap fox, beaver. Oh gosh, muskrats.
it's fun.
I mean, there's a lot of animals out here to hunt. Pheasant. I need to go out and I need to get a pheasant. I haven't eaten pheasant in a long time. Duck, goose.
Oh.
We shoot a lot of meth heads, but we don't usually eat them.
I don't think
Um,
they taste good.
Probably not. They ain't got much meat on them. Section 15 wants to know if you know when you're going to come over here.
Uh, about a year. About
About a year.
yeah, about a year. Next year, uh, I think about March or April.
Right on. Yeah, if you're going to be traveling, you wouldn't want to come much earlier than that and sometimes still into March, we still have snow and ice. So the roads can be, a bitch to drive on.
Yeah, yeah. I, I like sun more than ice.
Yeah, ice is, you can learn how to drive good in snow, but ice, it's a hard thing to master. People think, well, I got a four-wheel drive. Well, your four-wheel drive doesn't mean jack shit on ice.
No, no. But Bill, nice to talk to you. I hope to come up another time. I will go to bed and sleep some hours. But nice to meet you.
Right on, man. Yeah, I'm glad I got to talk to you. There's one more piece of advice I'll give you is my encounters with travelers from Europe or wherever is people underestimate how big the United States actually is.
Mm,
Um, the maps when they show countries on the maps, the comparisons are not real.
mm, mm.
So just
Yeah,
be aware of that, and if you're going to drive through any desert areas, make sure you pack a lot of water in case you
yeah,
break down.
yeah, yeah.
And if you're going to happen to be any place cold on the road, make sure you pack extra clothes and blankets and shit with you in case you get stranded, because that does happen quite a bit.
I will remember that. Thank you, Bill. Uh,
Hmm.
see you another time. Have
All right,
fun.
man. Take it easy.
Have fun.
Yep.
I try to leave.
Y'all come back now. Yeah. That was cool. We've been talking about talking to each other for a long fucking time. Get to put another paddle cherry up on the chalkboard. What's up? We lost a sea monkey. Anyone seen it? Yeah, we're hiding it from you lot because we have. Let's just say we have information that the sea monkey is afraid, very afraid. 1 second. Oh, fuck me. All right, person that just texted me. I see it. I can't read all of it right now. Okay, I got you. Close, open. There we go. All right, yeah, I got it. Got you. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Danielle should call me tonight. Because I'm still pretty sure she's AI. There we go. We got the 1. I only needed 1. After that point, nothing else counts. All right, whoever's trying to jump up here, I've tried to add you twice and like it's not. Try it again. It might be a helicopter anyway. I don't know. I'll throw out another link for you, but I don't know. I don't think that's. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. I really don't. Danielle, yeah, right. Danielle can't come up because she's one of my alts, apparently. That's why she won't ever come up. Oh, fuck. All that drug talk earlier's got me itching. I think I know how I'm going to spend this evening. Been a crazy fucking weekend. I haven't been able to get fucked up in a while. You're not mysterious, Danielle. You're a bot. I might have to do. I'm supposed to be doing a. This dude that he makes stuff by hand in Colorado, uh, like gear bags and things like that, like out of leather and canvas. And I bought some of this stuff, and I'm supposed to record a review on it, um, but I don't have enough storage space on my phone to do. It's gonna. You'll probably be about 10, 15 minutes. I don't have enough storage space on my phone to do that, so I might have to do it live and just ignore the chat. I don't know. But I've been testing his stuff, and I'm not getting paid to do it. And I didn't get any free gear or anything. And even if I was, I would like, if it's a piece of shit, I'll tell you it's a piece of shit. I'm not gonna lie. That's another thing. I'm sure Locke's had it too, where a lot of I've had a bunch of them. Like they want you to hawk their gothic jewelry, and I've heard of a lot of other people that have channels have been hit up by these same people. Pretty sure it's a scam. Pretty sure most of these are scams, but like I like gothic stuff. I like gothic chicks, but I don't wear jewelry, and I just yeah, I don't. It's just not my thing. I'm not gonna do it. What else was there? I don't remember. There's a bunch of other shit that I'm not gonna advertise for something that I don't believe in or use myself. I'm just waiting for that Adam and Eve sponsorship. Damn it. I think my Zippo needs a new wick. Download Amazon Photos. You can upload your photos there. It's got to be a video. It's not just. I've got Amazon. Somebody gave me Amazon Prime. I've got Amazon Prime, and I know you. I don't know. I know you can get music and stuff there. I just don't fuck with it. To clear my phone, yeah, like a lot of stuff is backed up on my uh, Google account, but Google keeps sending me messages. Hey, your account's full. You're not going to be able to get emails anymore if you don't get rid of some shit. But I just don't really care all that much. I like to keep things like the cell phones that I didn't destroy. I've hung on to them because that's how I like to keep photos and shit. I just don't trust the online stuff. That and fucking text messages. I need a new phone anyway. The phone that Lurking Sea Monkey gave me, I hate. My regular phone, I've had it for well over a year, so it's got some problems. I just need to get a new damn phone. I just don't want to spend the money on it. I tried to give that phone back to her, but or this phone I should say, because I can't for whatever reason my regular phone will not let me. It won't let me stay on StreamYard. I can go live on Instagram from it, and I can go live directly on YouTube from it, but it won't let me do StreamYard for whatever reason. And having two phones is stupid. I don't need two fucking phones. I'm not a drug dealer, I'm a consumer. But if I do end up just permanently giving it back to her, I won't be able to go live, which is okay. I don't really want to that much anymore. I mean, I'll be able to go live, just not with StreamYard. right, yo. I didn't really feel like doing this today. I just wanted to get it out there that Tommy fucking lied again. He fucking lies about me constantly. He's always got my dick in his mouth. I don't usually respond to it anymore, but when he's saying shit like I'm giving stuff up on Ed or things like that, that is not true. And I have not tried to call him. I posted our call log, which is exactly 2 calls that from him that my phone denied because he wasn't saved in my thing yet. And I posted every text message we had, which was like one conversation. So all of my private communications with Tommy is up on my community post or community page, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't feel like talking about that other thing right now. I see your message, but we'll do that another time. Maybe even later tonight after I get lit. I don't know. But no, I did not forget about it. I just don't feel like fucking with it right now. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna go get fucked up. Maybe go chase some meth heads out of the field. Don't forget I don't know. I can't read your whole text. I'll have to read them when I'm off of here. All right, y'all. Either stay naked or get fucked. I don't really care which. Stay away from the skull. Hey, I'm pretty sure that there's the squirrel about 3 trees over. I'm pretty sure that squirrel is dealing crack, so I might pay him a little visit. All right, y'all. Stay naked.